Essay number 49, How to Actually Change Your Life This Year. Here we are again. Another year, another list of resolutions you won't keep. Another January where you promise yourself everything will be different. Another fresh start that will end exactly like the last one. You want to change your life desperately, but you're going about it completely wrong, and deep down, you know it. You want to change your relationship, your body, your income, your status, your home. You've identified everything that's wrong on the outside and blamed it for how you feel on the inside. The calendar resets and you think you've been given a clean slate, a fresh start, a new beginning. You think a different year means a different life. But here's what you refuse to see. You carry yourself into that new year. Your baggage doesn't disappear at midnight on December 31st. Your insecurities don't reset with the calendar. Your patterns don't break just because you bought a new planner. You drag every unresolved issue, every unhealed wound, every unconscious pattern right into that shiny new year with you. Your resolutions don't stick because you're trying to change the outside while keeping the inside exactly the same. You're rearranging deck chairs on the Titanic. You're painting over mold. You're putting a Band-Aid on a broken bone. People want to change their lives. They also want to change other people's lives. They want to fix injustices, solve problems, save the world. They want to change everything and everyone, except themselves. Not their image, they'll definitely work on that. Not their appearance, that's what the gym membership is for. Not their success metrics, they've got goals for those. But themselves, their actual inner self, the one thing they can actually change, the one thing that must change first, no, that stays exactly the same. We walk around with this crippling delusion that we need to adjust how things are instead of adjusting how we are and how we see them. The world is a hall of mirrors, reflecting back to us exactly who we are, and instead of changing ourselves, we're trying to break all the mirrors, rearrange them, distort them, anything to avoid seeing what they're showing us. The patterns that follow you year after year, the problems that resurface no matter how many times you think you've solved them. The reason you make the same resolutions every January and break them every February, it's because you're not making the shift. You're trying to shift everything else. And here's the most tragic and beautiful irony of all. When you finally change yourself, you get everything you were trying to get by changing the outside. The love, the success, the contentment, it all comes. But this time your worth doesn't depend on it. You're not a failure if you lose it. It doesn't define you because you've already defined yourself. So let me tell you what you need to know but don't want to hear. Whenever there's a problem in your life, there's a problem with how you're thinking, reacting, or responding. Not with the situation itself, with you. Whatever you feel you're not receiving is a direct reflection of what you're not giving. Whatever angers you about others is what you refuse to see in yourself. This is the law of life that nobody wants to acknowledge. You get what you give, you see what you are, you attract what you embody. So where you feel lacking, you must give. If you want recognition, recognize others. If you want love, be more loving. If you want respect, be more respectful. If you want understanding, be more understanding. Give exactly what you want to get. This isn't karma or mysticism. It's practical psychology. When you give what you want to receive, you become the kind of person who naturally attracts those things. When you embody what you seek, you recognize it when it appears. When you generate what you need, you stop desperately trying to extract it from others. If you want to let go of something, build something new. You can't just create a void and expect it to stay empty. Nature abhors a vacuum. If you don't fill the space with something intentional, it will fill itself with the same old patterns. You'll reassemble the exact life you're trying to escape, just with different props. If you don't understand something, ask. Stop pretending. Stop assuming. Stop filling in the blanks with your own projections. Ask the question. Seek the answer. Be willing to not know so that you can actually learn. If you don't like something, say so. Stop suffering in silence and then resenting everyone for not reading your mind. Stop expecting people to know what you need without telling them. Stop being angry that your unexpressed needs aren't being met. If you want to change, start small. Not because small changes don't matter, but because they're the only ones that stick. You don't change your life in dramatic gestures. You change it in tiny daily choices that compound over time. If you want something, ask for it. The universe isn't a mind reader. People aren't mind readers. You aren't even a mind reader of your own deeper needs half the time. Ask clearly, directly, without apology or extensive justification. Ask. If you love someone, tell them. Stop waiting for the perfect moment. Stop waiting until you're sure they'll say it back. Stop treating love like a scarce resource that needs to be hoarded. Love is the only thing that multiplies when you give it away. If you want to attract something, become it. Become the person who would naturally have what you want. Don't fake it, become it. If you want a healthy relationship, become healthy. If you want success, become successful in your mindset and habits. If you want peace, become peaceful. If you enjoy something, let yourself feel it. Stop minimizing your joy. Stop feeling guilty for being happy. Stop waiting for the other shoe to drop. Let yourself fully experience pleasure without immediately balancing it with pain. If you do anything compulsively, spending, eating, scrolling, drinking, working, ask yourself why. Not why you shouldn't do it, but why you need to do it. What feeling are you trying to create or avoid? What void are you trying to fill? What truth are you trying to escape? Address the cause, not the symptom. If you miss somebody, call them. It's not weakness, it's not neediness, it's human. It's beautiful to tell someone they matter to you, regardless of whether you matter to them. It's noble to express love without requiring reciprocation. If your life is missing something that can't be replaced, restructure everything. Don't try to carry on with the same life minus that important piece. You'll just be constantly aware of the absence. Give yourself permission to build something entirely new. Something that isn't defined by what's missing, but by what's possible. If you want to be understood, explain yourself. Stop expecting people to read between the lines. Stop assuming your perspective is obvious. Stop being frustrated that others don't see what you see. Explain patiently, clearly, without condescension. Become a teacher of your own experience. If you want to be happy, choose it. I know that sounds simplistic, but happiness is a choice more than a circumstance. Choose to focus on what's working. Choose to be grateful for what you have. Choose to see beauty where others see ordinary. And if you genuinely can't choose happiness, choose to get help figuring out what's blocking you. But don't choose to give up. Never choose that. Choose change. Change your routine. Change your habits. Change your environment. Change your thoughts. Change your responses. Change something, anything. But stop sitting in frustration, expecting things to magically get better. Nothing changes if nothing changes. Stop complaining. It has never once in the history of humanity made anything better. It makes you feel worse. It makes others feel worse. And it reinforces the very patterns you claim to hate. Complaining is not a strategy. It's a surrender. Everything you experience is a reflection not of who you are, but of how you are. You're not seeing reality, you're seeing your relationship with reality. You're not experiencing life, you're experiencing your interpretation of life. You create what you believe. If you believe people are untrustworthy, you'll create relationships that prove it. If you believe life is hard, you'll create circumstances that confirm it. If you believe you're unlovable, you'll behave in ways that ensure it. You see what you want to see, not consciously but deeply. You filter out everything that doesn't match your existing beliefs and amplify everything that does. You're not observing reality, you're creating it through selective attention. You'll have what you give. This is the ultimate law. Give judgment, receive judgment. Give love, receive love. Give criticism, receive criticism. Give understanding, receive understanding. Your life is a mirror of your contributions. So how do you actually change your life this year? You stop trying to change your life and start changing yourself. You stop focusing on external circumstances and start focusing on internal transformation. You stop waiting for the world to be different and start being different in the world. Change your thoughts and your feelings change. Change your feelings and your actions change. Change your actions and your habits change. Change your habits and your life changes. But it all starts inside. It all starts with you. This year won't be different because it's a new year. It will be different if you're different. The calendar changing means nothing. You changing means everything. Your life is not happening to you. It's happening from you. It's happening through you. You're not a victim of your circumstances. You're the creator of them, whether consciously or unconsciously. The power to change your life has always been yours. It was never in the job, the relationship, the body, the bank account. It was always in your perspective, your choices, your responses, your beliefs. It was always in you. So stop making resolutions about what you'll do differently. Start making decisions about who you'll be differently. Stop trying to change your life. Start changing yourself. Because when you change, everything changes. This isn't another year of the same patterns, the same problems, the same disappointments, unless you choose to be the same person. Choose differently. Choose to evolve. Choose to take responsibility. Choose to stop waiting for external change and become the change. Your new life isn't waiting for you in some future moment when everything aligns perfectly. It's available right now, in this moment, with this choice, with this shift in perspective. You don't need a new year to change your life. You just need a new you. And that can start right now. Not tomorrow, not Monday, not January 1st, now. With the next thought you think, with the next choice you make, with the next response you give. Change yourself, and your life has no choice but to change with you. That's how you actually change your life. Not by changing your life, but by changing the one living it. The question isn't whether this year will be different. The question is whether you will be. Everything else follows from that answer. Choose wisely, choose courageously, choose now.